Hey guys, welcome to Slinger Shelves again. Just doing a quick video review of the Ghost from Star Wars Rebels, and obviously Ahsoka later on in live action. This is a model from Randy Cooper, who I just heard, I think maybe a month or so ago, I heard that he is no longer doing model kits, or at least building them and then making them available for people like us, which is unfortunate. Very talented model maker, guy with years and years of experience, very talented guy. But it sounds like he's moving on to other things. So this was one that I got from him. I had somebody else put it together, paint it. I don't have lights set up for this, but it does have lights, engine in the gun turret and in the cockpit, and then some lights around the frame of it, I guess, if you will. Um, Very cool. It's kind of, I guess you would call it studio scale, even though this model was never really physically built, except maybe very early on in conception. Obviously, it came out with Rebels, the animated show, and kind of the same class as the Millennium Falcon, but obviously different design. So it definitely made a name for itself on the show, got very popular. I think people came to really like the ship. I enjoyed the show. I like the ship. One thing that's very different on this model as opposed to when we saw it on Rebels, Rebels kept a lot of the greeblies or the little bits and pieces. It was very smooth in animation. There was not a whole lot of detail on the outer parts of it. Probably just easier animation, easier for them to get in the show. Ahsoka, still computer generated, but added a lot more of that Star Wars roughness to it. The greeblies, the bits and pieces, the leaks, maybe a bit of damage here and there. So we saw a lot more of that in Ahsoka. Still CG though. So it's not that it was ever built physically, but Randy took what he took and he was able to fabricate this. This is actually version two. He made a version one. So this one actually has more detail that he added on to it, which I think it's the better of the two because obviously it's later on he had refined a couple of the processes. So the Phantom comes out here and you got the Phantom right there, the Phantom 2, I should say. There is a little chopper in there. He does not come out, but he's ready to go for when these guys load up and take off. So, um, like I said, lots of detail. It's really cool, very well painted, very happy with it. So I've had it for a little while, I think year and a half, 2 years. I had it on a different stand. Something went wrong with my stand. It almost fell. Thankfully, it didn't. I happened to be up here at the time that happened. So I had to remake a stand, which I just got done the other day. So now it's a lot more stable. It'll stay put here and then add on, hopefully, with some more ships that I get later on down the road. I did get a simple little plaque made, and we got Vanessa Marshall signing that. She is the voice of Hera Syndulla, who is the captain of the Ghost. So that was just an added little touch. I like to have just something that kind of accentuates the pieces that I have out on display. So this is the Ghost from Rebels, from Randy Cooper, and I'll do a couple of close-ups, get a better look at it, kind of go around it, and we'll be back in just a minute. All right. All right, couple of close-up shots here, just going around the model. You can see it's got some really good greeblies, as we like to call them. Coming around. Got some engine detail. Phantom slips out of there, as you saw. But overall, it's pretty nice. Anyways, there it is there. So yeah. All right, guys. So that's it. It's pretty quick, down and dirty video, pretty quick, short and sweet. The Ghost from Rebels and later on in Ahsoka from Randy Cooper. Very well done, lots of detail, great paint work. Not something you see a whole lot of. At least I haven't seen this in a lot of collections. I've seen a couple of them here and there, but it's just not one of those ships that a lot of people have. So I'm happy to have this in my collection. Definitely kind of a more unique piece that a lot of people are like, oh, that's pretty cool. So, anyways, the Ghost from Rebels. Trying to do a few more videos. If you guys like what you see, hit subscribe, and I'll be back as soon as I can. All right, have a good one.